Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of my 7-part fitness series for fitness enthusiasts, endurance training, simply known as cardio. As discussed in the introductory lecture. What was it? This series is about the things you are supposed to know before you begin your workout, before you start training. So first we saw the mindset, the very purpose of training. Why are you training? Then we saw your posture, mobility, flexibility. The postural corrections you must know before you go to the gym and start working out. Then we saw strength training. We busted a lot of myths. Now comes this part, endurance training, and this is super important because see what happens is, let me tell you this, cardio does not cause weight loss, cardio does not cause fat loss. This is what you've always heard, right? You've gone to the gym, you are running, you're doing a cross trainer, rowing, hours and hours on the treadmill thinking weight loss. You know how many people come to me saying this? That I have been working out, walking, running, no weight loss, my muscle loss is happening. So what I'm going to do is the same standard questions that I get. Should I do cardio before weight training? Should I do cardio after weight training? Should I do cardio empty stomach in the morning? Will doing cardio cause weight loss? Will doing cardio cause muscle loss? Same set of questions. Today I will explain to you what is it that exercise scientists like me do so differently with our clients that they get the result that they want from cardio and you are struggling with it. You need to understand this, and you need to understand that you have to now be in charge of few parameters that I'm going to give you. You should know this, not your trainer, not this one, not that one. The day you understand this, trust me, you are in charge of your cardio training. So, without any further ado, let's straight begin. Now, there's a reason why I'm using the whiteboard today over here, because there are few parameters that I want to show you. Okay? Otherwise, this is exclusively kept for my other playlist, which is for fitness trainers. There is like 30 minutes, 1 hour long lectures. Here I'm going to today just use this one for this one episode because I want to show you certain parameters. Now, like I said, cardiovascular training does not cause weight loss, fat loss, etc. Then what does it do? It will do this whole list of things that I'm writing for you over here. It will cause increase in cardiac output, increase in VO2 max, increase in exercise respiratory capacity, increase in blood volume, reduced resting heart rate, reduced working heart rate, reduced blood pressure, improves your lactate threshold, improves, it does all of these things. Now, when it does these things, when combined with strength training, speed training, nutrition, it will create an environment where your body will be at its genetic best, where fat percentage will be just the way how it should be, body weight will be just the way how it should be. From there on, you are in charge of what you want to do. You seeing the difference in approach of exercise scientists like me when we train our clients? We don't focus on the byproduct, that is weight loss, fat loss. Because if you focus on the byproduct, you will totally miss out on the product itself. So, what I am giving you is the product. Focus on this. The byproduct will just fall in place. See the difference in approach. Now, I want you to know very clearly this one thing that I am drawing for you. You have to know 3 parameters of your cardiovascular training. One, writing it down for you over here, is your resting heart rate. The first one, the resting heart rate. Now, how do you calculate your resting heart rate? Listen, buy yourself a digital clock in which seconds are shown. Keep it next to your bed. Go to sleep. In the morning when you wake up, when your eyes open, straight 2 fingers over here and just turn this side. That's it. No hand movement, no picking up the watch, no starting the stopwatch, nothing. It should be there ready. Just here, turn. Take 10 seconds. 10 seconds, count this. Whatever number comes, multiply it by 6. You cannot go 1 minute. You have to just take 10 seconds. That's it. Multiply it by 6, you have your 1 minute. Now, whatever is the resting heart rate, there is no fixed number for it. See, usually when we check our resting heart rate when we are moving, what do we get? 68, 70, 72, right? So that may come like 55, 56, 60. Very good marathon runners, long distance runners have their resting heart rate as low as 40. Okay, it comes in their 40s. So there is no fixed number for it. Get your number. You have to know this. If you don't know this, you're just shooting in thin air. Because this number, next day, suppose it came 56. Next day 57. Next day 55. You're dangling around 56. Good. Suddenly one day 62. That night when you partied, check the resting heart rate next day. 62. Too much alcohol, 62. You are overtrained. You haven't recovered. Higher than 56. That day is when you either skip the gym or don't do a high intensity training. What is our normal mentality? No, you have to do. You will miss. Everything will fall. No. That day, skip your workout. Or the intensity that I'm going to show you now, that's how you manage. Now, so you know your resting heart rate. Once you've noted down your resting heart rate, look, when you start working out, okay, say you started walking. Now, from here on, while you are walking, take 5 lines, okay, any 5 lines like my name is Sherin, I am a fitness trainer, I love to train and I love to work. One word, something like this. Take those 5 lines and it should be those 5 lines. As you're walking, keep increasing the speed. Every 1 minute, just increase the speed, increase the speed, increase the speed and repeat that line. Increase the speed after 1 minute, repeat the line. Continuously keep doing it. There will come a point when you won't be able to say it because now you're panting. So you'll be like, my name is Sherin. I can't. That point. That watch that you wear, that gives you all the fancy things on your phone, which you just cannot make sense of because it really doesn't make sense. One thing makes sense in it, your heart rate, that is if it is giving you accurately. Whatever speed, whatever intensity of training, where you cannot speak, where now you started panting, catch that heart rate. That heart rate is going to be this point, where just your oxygen capacity to match with its output, I'm using very simple words over here, okay? That point, you must know this point. You must know that heart rate. Then there is one more heart rate that comes, which I will talk about in high intensity training. I'll make a separate video on it. And it's a very simple thing. You have to do it on your own. You have to catch that one more heart rate. Catch this point. Now, how you will catch this point is, again, I'll just tell you the test. Go on a cycle for 20 minutes. It should be an intensity which you know will completely burn you out. Means you cannot do more than 20 minutes. So for this, you have to be well conditioned. That's why I'm just telling you, 80% of the people that I know are not in a condition to do this. They think they are, but they are not. When we do that, I cannot. So usually what you do is, roughly I'll just tell you, for 20 minutes you go. In the last 5 minutes, you take the heart rate. You just blast in the last 5 minutes and you take heart rate of every single minute. Then you remove an average, say it came somewhere around 165. You remove 95% of this, which comes around what? 157. So you have two heart rates, 157 and this heart rate where you just normally started panting and you could not speak. That's very simple, anyone can do it. That heart rate, say it came somewhere close to 142, something like that. I'm just giving you rough numbers. You know 3 heart rates now. You know your resting heart rate. You know your resting heart rate. You know that heart rate where you cannot speak loudly. You cannot talk loudly. You're panting. And if you are in this condition, you know this simple heart rate, wherefore you've gone 20 minutes flat out on a cycle. Last 5 minutes, you really blasted your lungs out and you just took the heart rate every 5 minutes, every 1 minute of the last 5 minutes, removed an average, which came to 165. You removed the 95% of it, 157. Very simple. Now, if you do not know this, you will be one of those many people, which my clients are not, who sit with that watch and that app, which will tell you fat burning zone, you spend so many minutes, high intensity zone, you spend so many minutes, moderate zone, you spend so many minutes. I have no clue from where the hell it got that figure from, because that figure only you know. It is this damn individual. And how difficult was it to find out? Not at all. Your Instagram influencers whom you are following will not even understand this if you show this to them. You're understanding the difference between why those clients of mine, big time celebrities, billionaire businessmen, pick up exercise scientists like me, why we exclusively train them, why I'm one of the highest paid trainers in the country. Now you're understanding. We do such complicated things in such simple way. Now, this can be done very well with this metabolic testing photo that I have put, but you have to understand that we have to be practical. Okay, when my billionaire client wants to do it, the hospital comes and waits in the house. And the guy is sleeping, then he'll get up and come into the gym, then they will all do, then they will go, then they will send the report to me. Hey, you and I can afford all this? No, we are simple people. That is another world altogether. We have to do it like this. Very simple. Resting heart rate. Where I cannot talk, 20-minute blast on the cycle, last 5-minute average. But simple. Now, when you know this, you will always be confused with 2 types of cardio training. One is your slow and continuous, low intensity steady state, where they will tell 1 hour you walk, jog on the treadmill. Yeah, we all done that. 1 hour cycling. Yeah, 45-minute rowing. We've all done that, correct? That comes here. Now, when you start doing this and you don't get result, you will for sure not get result because you have no idea what you're doing. That has to be done around here. So individual. You know that 142. Now, I will tell you what to do with that 142 and for how long. Definitely not 12 weeks. Now you understand when I tell you that 12 week, 8 week, how they are conning you, because nothing happens in 12 weeks. I will tell you how to dangle around and get that result. When your conditioning has become so nice, I will ask you to get this. Then I will design the entire high intensity interval training around it. So then somebody will come and tell you, this is a waste of time. Nothing happens in this. You have to do this. You'll say, okay, I'll do this. Come, start. They will kill you with that high intensity. You have come to the point where you cannot do it. And then you go home, you try to sleep, you will not get sleep because your nervous system is so excited. Total mess. After some time, you'll dread this day. I don't want to do it. And you've heard, all those people who died of heart attacks. When that day you are not supposed to work out, you are in a good shape. Something is horribly wrong inside. Resting heart rate instead of 56 has come 64. You ignore. You put that big scoop of pre-workout which has 300 mg of caffeine in it. You go to the gym, already resting heart rate is over the top. Now you put 300 mg of caffeine in it. Now palpitation is gone over the top. You go and blasted high intensity training. You went home, heart attack, dead. This is the mess that has been created in the name of fitness. This is the reason why I'm telling you. And why am I explaining all these things? Because it is not as easy as I am in shape. So what is so difficult in getting you in shape? This is how it works. Now, once you know these two, you know how to play with these two. This will then complement with your strength training, with all our psychological abilities, your yoga, Pilates, whatever you do, everything has to be designed that way. That is training. Now, when you have, okay, you sorted these two out, now you'll be like, okay, should I do cardio before my weight training? Or should I do cardio after my weight training? Big confusion. Every time I get asked this. So let me sort it out over here. This is cardio session. So you need to know this before you go to the gym. That when you do intense cardiovascular training, you cause massive central nervous system fatigue. So after that, because central nervous system is innervating everything. After that, when you go to do weight training, your strength levels will go down by as much as 20%. Lower the weight lifted, lower the motor units recruitment. More the CNS fatigue, less the motor unit recruitment. Therefore, less muscular development. So, if your goals are to pack on muscle, lean muscle, which most of the people that I know are going to the gym for, then never do cardio before weight training. If you are doing for muscular endurance and you're in circuit training function, another story. But most of the people that I know, boys, girls, men, women, go to the gym for lean muscular development. No cardio before that. It will impair it. It's not the right thing to do. I explained just now why. Now, should I do cardio after my weight training? That also is not so advisable. Why? There is one more research going on this, because they did find that it causes muscle loss, kind of. So they are trying to figure it out, but this is not 100% thing. That the anabolic signaling that happens for muscular development and the anabolic signaling that happens for endurance related training are different. The pathways are different. So apparently there is a clash between the two, right? Now, not proved, but suppose for some reason it is true. Why do you want to screw up your gains? You don't want to do that, right? So don't do a cardio before or after a strength training. Keep your weight training day on one day, give cardio a separate day. So suppose you are training 4 days a week and you are more into weight training, give weight training 3 days, give your cardio 1 day, or make it 2 to see. That's again where we come into play. That's how we design the entire routine depending on what you want to do, what your goals are, how it should come. So these are some of the main myths that come into play, that before I should do or after I should do. But for now, at this stage where we are doing a series on the things you are supposed to know before you go to the gym, with regards to your cardio, remember these, that you have to know 3 points. Resting heart rate, that one point where you cannot talk, what is the heart rate there? And whenever you get to this point, you have to know this. Next, you have 2 ways of doing it. The low intensity steady state and the high intensity interval training. Let no one convince you that this is better than this or this is better than this. Both are important. There is a phase of training where you exclusively go on this. There is then another phase where you exclusively go on this. So this complements this, this complements this. So it's never this is better than this. They go together. That has to be periodized. Then your weight training days, try and avoid your cardio. It can impair your gains. Definitely before. After is still not proved as yet. So this was your cardiovascular training, basic details that you're supposed to know. Please, all your friends who are going through the same set of questions, pass this video to them. It will help them. If you feel that I can help you with your training, feel free to write to me on my email. I will respond to you immediately. Go to my website sherinpoojari.com, all the details that you need about me. Next episode is nutrition. That one, trust me, you're going to love that one, okay? I'll bust every single myth that is there. So let's catch up for the next episode now, nutrition. Take care.